It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Privatbrauerei Gessner, and it's a bottle of their Dunkler Bock, coming in at 6.8% ABV with a swing top cap and a nice bottle lid on it. Brewery Gessner, looking forward to this one. 6.8% ABV Dunkler Bock. Without further ado, half litre bottle. Let's get it out into a glass, see what we get. Oh, look at that. Look at the smoke on the bottle opening. Beer in the glass. A dark looking bock. Look at this. Fantastic levels of carbonation on this beer. Look at the colour. Look at the colour on that. Let me turn this light a little bit. There we go. Two finger, slightly off-white head. Look at the colour. It's more or less, what you can see is more or less jet black. You can see a hint in the camera, it's more or less jet black, but what I can see is more of a kind of a really dark mahogany kind of amber hue going on. Lovely carbonation. Look at that carbonation. Little slight haze going on in the beer. Let's get the aroma. That lovely combination of toffee malt and biscuit and slight hoppiness going on. Biscuit, toffee. Oh, it smells great. It's great. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Carbonation pushes the beer around the inside of the mouth. It's roasty, toasty, crisp, refreshing. Lots of what I would say slightly burnt brown toast flavours going on. A definite nuttiness coming through. And a nice berry hop profile on the back end. Blueberry. Touch of spice and banana. Plum and fig and prune combining with that darker malt in the beer, combining to give a load of flavour. The slightly kind of roasted malt flavours are combining with the hops, and it's just, yeah, it's giving bread and biscuit and nuttiness, and a fig and plum and prune back end. Now, Privatbrauerei Gessner, they were very kind enough to send me 4 of their beers. It's taken me a little while to get round to them, probably a couple of months, but we have them here now. We're in that stage where we're reviewing that beer that was sent to us. So I thank Privatbrauerei Gessner for sending us the beer. It is an independent beer review, absolutely independent beer review. There's no messing about. There's no, you know, we tell it as it is. This is a really good bock, or a Dunkler Bock. Dark. So Dunkel means dark, and Bock means strong. So a dark, strong beer. Where are they from? Sonneberg. Thur. Excellent stuff. I had the privilege to go to Germany once, and I just had such a fabulous time there. Such an amazing time in Germany. Just drank from this style of kind of long glass. This is not a Weizen glass, but I think it was something that was really good for this beer. A nice kind of long stem glass. I'd say the only downside on this glass is that it does have a widget on the bottom. You can see the carbonation roaring away a little bit on the beer. But it's such a good beer. Where would I drink it? How would I drink it? Well, 6.8% ABV. I know a man who might be able to drink 10 of these. He can really handle his beer. But for me, I'd be drinking something probably maybe 4.5%, 5%-ish ABV. Say if I was in Germany drinking some Weizens, and then I fancied something a little bit different towards the end of the night, and I'd go, whoa, I'll have that dark, strong, that Dunkler Bock at 6.8% ABV, and that would be heading towards, if you were in other countries around the world, that would be kind of like heading towards Imperial Stout territory, where you're thinking, I want to finish my night on something really big and strong. What would it pair with in terms of food? I reckon a nice kind of cheese toasty, cheese and ham toasty, where you've slightly overdone the toasty and the cheese has gone a bit kind of burnt ends around the edges. There's your answer right there. A big kind of chunk of a cheese toasty would go really well with this beer. I don't know why. Maybe it's the fact that we're reviewing a beer in the kitchen without any main light going on, and I'm constantly like looking at my lighting conditions. I got two big lights beaming at me, but you can see the light there that's broken in the shadow. Bit of wiring going on in the house. I'm sorting things out. It'll all come back on eventually, but it kind of reminds me of the early days where always kind of struggle with light in this kitchen. Managed to sort it out now, but the other thing that reminds me of first reviewing beer on YouTube in this specific review is the fact that we're talking about kind of pairing the beer with food. It's kind of almost kind of taking me right back to the beginning when I was talking about pairing the beer with the food. I'm ready to rate this one. Pardon me. I'm ready to rate it. It's got a great look to it. Have a look at the beer as you rock it back and forth. You can see that carbonation chasing the head up the glass. Very, very nice looking beer. Good carbonation there in the beer itself. Great aroma, great taste. What I always say to newbies, if you're new getting into beer, is that when you're drinking your beer, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath, take the aroma and the flavour of the beer at the same time. That's the ultimate experience. So breathe and drink for that ultimate experience. But I really like that. I'm going to rate it. I like it enough. This Dunkler Bock by Privatbrauerei Gessner for me gets a 8 out of 10. It's an 8 out of 10. Look at my hand. Smash my hand. Cut it open. 8 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers!